The public hearing today is in regards to precinct boundary changes and county commissioner district legal descriptions. It is Tuesday, April 12, 2022. It is 3:09 p.m. I am Carolina Mejia. I am the chair of the board, and Vice Chair Ty Menser in the boardroom, as well as Commissioner Gary Edwards, County Manager Ramiro Chavez, and Assistant County Manager Robin Campbell. Today we are joined by Auditor Mary Hall and her staff. The purpose of this public hearing is to accept and consider public comment on the proposed precinct boundary changes and proposed legal descriptions for county commissioner districts. This is a hybrid public hearing. Those wishing to testify have joined in person, by Zoom, emailed in comment, or mailed in comment. If you wish to testify, please visit the Thurston County homepage online and select announcements of the public hearings on the left-hand side. The information to join this public hearing remotely has been posted there. If you do not wish to testify but would like to listen and follow along, please watch the live stream through the Thurston County YouTube channel to help us manage attendance. Mary Hall, Thurston County Auditor, and Tilly Naputi Pular, please correct me if I just, Mary.
Tilly Naputi Pular.
Okay. Elections Manager will provide information on this topic. Assuming those on the Zoom wish to testify, we will read your name aloud. We will read names on the sign-up sheet 3 at a time, and I'm not seeing how full.
Yeah.
Okay. So you will have 4 minutes to testify. Time may not be given to another person. When you are called on, please state your name and address for the record. So this public hearing is now open. Vice Chair.
There you go.
Mary and Tilly will now present background information of the proposed amendment, written comments submitted, and any additional information requested by Auditor Hall. Pass this to you.
Okay, if you'll bear with me one moment. I'm having the issue that you had. All righty. So, well, good afternoon, commissioners. And I always think I need to do this in commissioner meetings, but I probably don't. But for the record, my name's Mary Hall. I'm the Thurston County Auditor. As you know, we are required to redistrict every 10 years, anytime there is a decennial census. The legislature redraws the legislative and congressional district boundaries, and then we are required to adjust our precincts accordingly. So we're in the process of performing our redistricting, and at the same time we do annual maintenance that is a result of annexations or precinct size, where we have to adjust those because a precinct can't be over 1,500 registered voters. So when they get close to that, we divide them or merge part of it with another district. And then of course we adjust them for city annexations. On March 10th, during a work session with the BoCC, we presented you the proposed changes. And thank you for setting this public hearing for today. So we also posted the information on our website for public review. And as of today, we have not received any comments. So I'd like to introduce staff. I've got a terrific staff who works on this project. Lynn Watanabe is going to lead the presentation today. And I also have Jack Monjan on screen. I saw Riley earlier. And these are my two heroes who really work to ensure that voters are in the right precinct so they get the correct ballot. So Lynn, if you want to go ahead and start your presentation, that would be great.
Thank you, Mary. I'm going to share my screen. All right, can you see that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Great.
Okay. So for the record, my name is Lynn Watanabe, and I'm the lead elections technician in the Thurston County Auditor's Office. And as Mary had said before, as of the close of business, 4:30 p.m. yesterday, April 11th, we received 0 written comments regarding the precinct maintenance plan I am presenting to you today. So currently, Thurston County has 285 voting precincts. And in accordance with RCW, no changes may be made 14 days prior to filing week, and then no precincts may exceed 1,500 active registered voters. Also, according to RCW, every voting precinct must be wholly within a single congressional, legislative, and a single district of a county legislative authority, and if applicable, a single city. And every voting precinct must be composed, as nearly as practicable, of contiguous and compact areas. There are no changes to county commissioner district boundaries that were approved in 2021. So as an overview, after the redistricting commission had submitted their proposed lines, the county had suggested changes to the legislature to make administering elections easier. So instead of creating some small slivers of precincts, we had made some suggestions to clean up the lines a little bit. And these are just an overview. Go ahead.
And I just want to give a huge shout out to staff. This took a Herculean effort to really go through these and provide the level of detail that the redistricting commission needed. Imagine 39 counties going to them asking for this change and that change, but they did such an amazing job basically giving them all the information they needed that they made every single change we suggested. And that's quite an accomplishment. So I just want to compliment my staff on that. The hard work paid off.
Thank you. All right. So above left is before the 2020 census redistricting for the congressional districts. And then the bottom right is after. So the 3rd congressional district moved up north. Questions? And then for the legislative districts, above left is before the census redistricting, and then bottom right is afterwards. So we gained a 5th legislative district, which is the 19th. So overview, there's 7 areas of adjustments due to City of Lacey annexations, new congressional or legislative district lines, and a precinct over 1,500 active registered voters. Approximate number of voters affected is just over 7,000. So the first area is the City of Lacey annexations and adjustments. There were 3 annexations that occurred, and there were also some adjustments due to new legislative district lines. So the first annexation is the Silicon Marvin Road. I would like to point out in the top left or in the corners, there will be a guide as far as what the dotted lines mean. So the purple line is the legislative district line. The green line, which is not pictured here, would be the congressional district line. Red lines are precinct lines, and then orange lines are the annexation area or the proposed move. So for this, the Silicon Marvin, approximate voters annexed was 648. And the approximate voters affected for this area that will be moving is 1,439. So the area outlined in orange is the annexed area. But part of Lacey 42 up above it got split by a alleged district line. So we would suggest combining the area east of Marvin Road and create a new Lacey number 56, combine the area west of Marvin Road with Lacey 42 and create a new Lacey number 58, and then reform Trailblazer on the west with unincorporated Hawks Ridge, thus retiring Hawks Ridge with part of Lydia Hawk to form new boundaries for Trailblazer and Lydia Hawk. So this is the proposed result for that area. Are there questions? The next area is Capital City Chambers of State. The entire precinct was annexed. So creating a new Lacey 57. On the east, Lacey 32 was split by a ledge district. So suggest combining that with the newly annexed Freedom Precinct. Approximate voters affected, 898. So that's what the newly formed Lacey 57 precinct would look like. Questions? The next annexation is the Mosier annexation. The area on the west is the precinct, or the parcel that was annexed. And so moving that into Lacey 27. And then the Pattison precinct got split by a ledge district. So Pattison would be reformed from the area west of the legislative district line and renamed as Pattison West. And we would create a new Pattison East precinct. So that would be the results. Questions on that one? All right. In the Lacey area, Kenwood, the precinct Kenwood, got split by a ledge district line. So we suggest reforming Kenwood from the area west of the ledge district line, renaming it Kenwood West, and create a new Kenwood East precinct from the area east of the ledge district line. And that's what the Kenwood area would look like. Questions on that one? The next area is Eaton Creek. Approximate voters affected, 292. So Eaton Creek got divided by a ledge district line. We suggest reforming Eaton Creek from the area south of the ledge district line, renaming it as Eaton Creek South, and create a new Eaton Creek North precinct from the area north of the line. And that would be the result. Questions? Next area is in the Southeast County, congressional and legislative district lines split 5 precincts, and there's 1 city boundary adjustment. Approximate voters affected, 885. So in here, there is a city of Rainier boundary adjustment, so that those 2 parcels there are actually in the city of Rainier. So adding those from Weir Prairie to Rainier, and then splitting Weir Prairie along the ledge district line and adding those 2 areas to Deschutes above. Approximate voters affected, 350. And that's what the newly formed Deschutes and Weir Prairie and Rainier would look like. Questions? All right, the next area is going slightly east, so the east side of Deschutes. Deschutes gets split by a congressional district line, and Longmire gets split by a congressional district line. So we could suggest moving the areas in Congressional District 10 from Deschutes into Longmire, and then the area of Longmire in Congressional District 3, move it to 4 Corners. Approximate voters affected, 148. Any questions on that one? The next area is Morris, Smith Prairie, and 4 Corners. So Smith Prairie is split by a ledge district line. So suggest combining the area in ledge district 2 with Morris above, and then splitting 4 Corners along the ledge district line, reforming 4 Corners with the area north of the ledge district line, and creating a new 4 Corners south from the area south. Approximate voters affected, 387. Any questions? Next area is the city of Tenino, adjustment due to congressional district line. Approximate voters affected, 5. So suggest moving those voters in the congressional district, moving those voters into Tenino-1 to follow the city limits above both in Tenino-1 and Tenino-2. So that's a result of Tenino-1 and Tenino-2 would look like. Questions on that one? All right, next is the Southwest County congressional and legislative district lines split 9 precincts, approximate voters affected 2008. So the ledge district line splits Rochester 1 and Rochester 2 on the on the west. And so we suggest merging those 2 areas with Michigan Hill down below. Rochester 2 gets split on the east by a ledge district line, and we suggest combining that area with James down below. Any approximate voters affected, 284. Any questions on that one? The next area is Hennis North gets split by a congressional district line. And so we would combine the area south that's in congressional district 3 with Rochester number 3. Hennis South gets split at the ledge district with the ledge district line. And so we would combine that area, the area west with Rochester 3. And we'd split Rochester 3 at the ledge district line. And Grand Mound is also split at the ledge district line. So we would combine those 2 areas to create a new Grand Mound East precinct, and Grand Mound would be reformed from the area east as Grand Mound East, Grand Mound East is the current precinct, and then the area west would be reformed as Grand Mound West. Approximate voters affected, 1,053. Questions? Okay, so Violet Prairie gets split by both a congressional district line and a ledge district line. So the area in ledge district 19 would combine with Hennis South. And the area east is split by both the congressional and the ledge district line. So it would be reformed as Violet Prairie South as a new precinct, and Violet Prairie North would be the reformed Violet Prairie. Approximate voters affected, 625. Questions? James is split by a legislative district line. So combining the area with combining the area in Ledge District 20 with Grand Mound East. Approximate voters affected, 46. Any questions on that one? All right, next is the Northwest County Ledge District splits 1 precinct, approximate voters affected, 0. So Camelot gets split by a legislative district line, and so we would combine that area with Plainview up above. Again, 0 voters affected. Questions? All right, and the last area is City of Tumwater, 1 precinct, over 1,500 active registered voters, and 1 city boundary adjustment. Approximate voters affected, 663. So Tumwater 5 has over 1,500 registered voters. So suggest splitting it in half from the east along Tumwater Boulevard to Center Street. Tumwater 5 would be reformed from the area southeast of the split, and we combine the area west with Tumwater 30. Again, approximate voters affected, 661. Questions? And this is a City of Tumwater boundary update. That one parcel is moving into the City of Tumwater. Approximate voters affected, 2. Any questions on that one? So as an overview, proposed results. Proposed 2022 precinct count, 292. Approximate voters affected, 7,239, which is about 3.71% of the county. We're adding 9 precincts. We're adding 9 legal descriptions. We're repealing 2 precincts and repealing 2 legal descriptions. 6 precincts have had a name change. There are 37 precinct boundary adjustments and 34 legal descriptions that are amended. And 3 commissioner legal descriptions amended, and that's just to reflect the 3 added precincts and reflect the added precincts and the repealed precincts. There are, again, no boundary changes and no voter total changes. Any questions on any of that?
You know, I don't have any questions, Lynn, but that looks like that was quite an undertaking.
No.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Can you stop sharing the screen? So thank you. Okay, question, Commissioner Edwards?
No, good job.
Questions, Commissioner Menser?
Nope, nothing new. We've gone through this a couple times.
Okay, with that, we will move on to public testimony. First, we're gonna have anyone in person and then we're gonna do Zoom. County Manager?
Yeah, I don't have anybody in the boardroom who is planning to provide testimony, Madam Chair.
Okay, and over Zoom?
And I don't know if Ms. Vanessa Malapode is here to provide testimony. I don't recognize the name. I apologize.
Thank you. Thank you very much, but I am not. I'm actually the chair for the Latino caucus for the Washington State Democrats and also the first vice chair for the Thurston County Democrats. So I'm just here to witness this today and to see what we're going to be up against. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So that will conclude public testimony, Madam Chair.
Thank you. With that, is there any discussion?
No discussion on my part. Thank you.
No?
With that, I am ready for a motion to close the public hearing.
Move to close the public hearing.
Second.
So moved and seconded. Any discussion?
No, ma'am.
I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Edwards?
Aye.
Commissioner Menser?
Aye.
Commissioner Mejia?
Next, are we ready to move forward?
Yes, now that I've gavelled it closed, we're ready to move forward.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I will make a motion to approve an ordinance to revise legal descriptions and precinct boundary changes, creating 9 precincts, repealing 2 precincts, and updating 37 precincts with boundary line adjustments, and an ordinance for the proposed legal descriptions for county commissioner districts.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Edwards?
Aye.
Commissioner Menser?
Aye.
Commissioner Mejia?
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you so much, Auditor Hall and Lynn, for the presentation.
Thank you, Mary, staff. Good job. Very good job. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
With that, we are adjourned and we are picking up with the Board of Health, and I'll pass this to the Chair of the Board of Health. When are we picking up, sir?
Yeah, it's in a different Zoom.